Hello everyone, Kel here. I have a little flip through to do for you, and then also a fun little craft with me if you'd like to join along. I'm basically practicing finding some inspiration in a library book and then trying to copy that inspiration and then making it my own. So I hope that you will enjoy this, and I'll share different ideas on how to get the supplies that you need if you don't have exactly what I have. Okay, so on my last live video, I made this junk journal out of all recycled materials, mostly, except for some fabric pieces. Now I've added, that's not recycled, but anyhow, this cover is was a bag that a fashion book came in. And then inside, all the pages are made from different packaging, and I've added a little sticker from one of our coffee shops. So usually I go crazy and just put every single thing in that I have, but this time I was a little bit more thoughtful, or I don't know, intentional. I wanted it to not be overwhelming, so I just put in things that were meaningful to me, or I liked the design on, or the picture, or the holes to look through things and stuff like that. And this fun flip up things. This one said makers wanted, and then I had used the other side of that for a palette. This is an old vintage cover of a road atlas that I got many years ago in a thrift haul. And again, just different things that remind me of life in general and things that I've done over the holiday season. And now they're here as pages in this book. So I just kind of wanted to flip through and let you see the progress on it. I will be doing some other process videos where I come and decorate the pages and add to them. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to use this book. So that is that. And then we'll just go ahead and jump right into one of my favorite loves is collage. And I had looked up the word collage at the library, and this book came up as an option. It's a very nice book by Melanie Mowinski. Never heard of her before, but if anything, and it was published in 2022, so it's a fairly fresh approach. I have some other collage books that I've had for a long time, and they have similar things in them. I'm not going to do a whole flip through, but I just thought I would share what inspired me today. And I don't usually give myself time to do these things, but I have the ideas, and so today I had the idea to just look at some of my books and bookmark some pages, and then to do the ideas on the page. So here is the page for today. She was actually just talking about different materials that you can use. And I like this quote: if it inspires you somehow, use it. And so this inspired me, and I'm like, ooh, I have some of these things. I have threads, I have lace, I have old book pages, I have images, I have scraps of paper, I've got words, I have pins, and yeah, and I have a paper punch. So I was like, oh, I think I can do this. So I sat down and I got out a piece of old book page, and the main thing I noticed about it was that there was a lot of white space, not that much text on the book page, and then that it was kind of, distressed and old around the edges. So that's the base, is a book page, and I'll talk about the base in a second, but just let you look at this and see how I tried to emulate it. I tried to keep the colors pretty much the same. However, I in the pattern, but I didn't have exact, obviously. And I think their little pin was brass. But it was just fun to do. And so I just wanted to come on and do some more with you, and I hope you guys will gather some supplies. I'll go over what they are now, and then you can pause the video if you want to go get them, or just keep watching and come back and do it later. So the first things I have here, these are just some, okay, so this is just some from an old vintage book. And so you can see here what I'm talking about with the, you know, there's some script, but it's mostly blank. And usually, like at the end of a chapter or the front page of a book, this is from a poetry book. And, you know, there's actually 2 sides there. I could rip this one in half and have, whoops, 2 pieces. Okay, so we got that, and then just some more. Here's some more. This is an index page. Now, some of them have, you know, nothing on them, so you could add, you know, that has a little bit, but this one doesn't have anything, so then maybe that'll inspire me to do something else, and this has a little bit more. Again, here's the word index. And I kind of like these at the top, so I could, you know, make a small one and put the rough edges at the top instead of on the side. And then these were from some book pages that I had that I did not want to use yet, or they were too big. And let me find the originals here. So this was from a children's book, and it's the title page, and it did have some good, you know, vintagey goodness along the edge, and it didn't really copy well, but I still have a blank place to start with, and you can always distress this or coffee dye it or something like that if you want it to have more of the vintage look. Also, I think just having the white background might be a good challenge. This was a botany book, and it had some pencils, thoughts written on there, and so I wasn't ready to use it for collage, so I just made a copy of it, and I shrunk these both down to 78%. And again, this will be, you know, I can go this way with it, I can go this way with it for a base. So those are your bases. It's just kind of mostly blank book pages. And then you'll need some images. And I thought, you know, the black and white images are fun, and the one that was in the book, the lady was like a sepia toned. Let me find it again and show you. So she's kind of like in like a sepia tone. So I wanted to find something similar to that, and you know, of course you can go online, and I did have some little images that I printed out one time from the Graphics Fairy, but I was surprised, and then this is actually from 1981, this Better Homes and Garden, so that's, you know, another way to get a vintage picture. But the rest of these are from current magazines, and they just have black and white images in them. And this is another one that I printed out. I already fussy cut her. And then, so yeah, so, whoops, there's my doggies. And so there's, you know, black and white images that you can find. Some of them are vintage ones, some of them are current day. I'm not sure about that one. That might just be like a stock photo or something. And then I also cut out these 2 people because they had more neutral tones to them. So if you can't find a black and white image, you can use a color one, but I was just trying to be as neutral as possible. And I'm just going to show you real quick. This is the 1981 Better Homes and Garden magazine. And then this, I love this magazine. It's called Feel Free by Leanne Ford. She's a designer, and really lots of cool images in these magazines if you can find them. I can't always find them, but you can order them online. And so one of the actually black and white photos is of her. I'll tell you when we come to it again. And then this is just an old from 2017, Marie Claire, and an old Wall Street Journal magazine from 2023. So that's where I found my images. As far as, I did have some blue paper, and I liked the blue paper with the solid color with hole punches in it. Just kind of like Swiss cheese, just randomly doing that and then cutting it out. to fit where you want it to. When I did the first one, which I'll show you again here in a second, I was very more thinking through exactly where the placement was on the original collage, but now that I'm doing the next level of collaging, which is just kind of taking the ideas and making it my own, but still using the same design elements, I did want to keep this blue because I think it's a nice color to kind of hold the picture in. So yeah, you can see here like there was more hole punches on one side than the other. And I did leave some things out. There was like some little letters there. They used the little hole punches to hold the thread down or to decorate. I didn't have any floral lace, so I just used some white lace, and then I had this little flower that I got somewhere, and I just glued it on there. And then just some thread and the pin. And the picture of the pin, it looked like it was just kind of going through that hole, but I actually, I'm sorry, I just realized I probably was way off the camera there. So basically, you know, I tied it to the pin so I wouldn't lose it. And then I just put some glue down and put the string, and then glued the words on top of it. That's a stamp that I have. Of course, you can find words in magazines and old book pages. And again, this was a scrapbook piece of paper behind her. So I thought, you know, I did a pretty good job of emulating the initial inspiration. And now we're just going to have fun, and I'm going to make some collages, and you can play along. And if I need to say something about what I'm doing, I'll chime in. So like, if you want to do this in more of a mass make way, you could just kind of cut out your rectangles of your solid colors first and do some hole punching. I'll do a few of those. And so yeah, this was just a piece. This was actually, I think, from a book also, or it might be scrapbook paper. And I like the torn edge look, so I'm just gonna tear down some pieces and do some hole punching. Hope you guys are having a good February. I read a quote recently that for February, because sometimes this month can be a little bit dull, I think, or long. Even though it's the shortest month, it seems long to me sometimes. Or gray. We've been having spring-like weather, and that's actually been throwing me for a loop, because I'm like, I'm not ready for spring yet. I want it to be winter a little bit longer. And mainly because winter is a time of year where I feel like I like to be cozy and not have to, you know, keep up with all the things that you normally do when the weather's nice. So we got a few of those. I do have this really pretty hot pink that I thought I would like to try in one of the collages. Let's make that a little straighter. Okay. Slow down there a little bit. And see how well this hole punches. And then I'll take out the little circles later when we get to that part. So, yay. Yeah, so I don't know. Are you more of a spring person, or do you like the cozy, stay-at-home winter vibe? So, okay. Okay, I think that's enough to get started. Then as far as kind of like, I think the paper that was behind the solid was a pattern paper, so I just took some pieces of colorful wrapping paper. This is from a magazine. This also was from a magazine. I thought it would make a cool background. And then I just have some various strips of scrapbook paper. And I can cut them down again later if I need to. And this was like an old poster, so I thought that'd be fun to use as a background too. Let's move stuff over. And then, and I think for some reason either an overall pattern or a horizontal pattern, because you could put it, you know, this way, but I just thought these look better horizontally. So that's what I'm doing there. And then at the end I have a few pieces of lace, different colors that I wanted to try. Yeah. And if you don't have lace, I have these little, I think they're little tattoos or rub-ons, and that I got at the Dollar Tree, and they would make cute little borders on the side too. So let me, where did I put? I'm going to put this back on the table so that we can use it as a reference. So we got all our pieces now ready to go, and then I just have some art glitter glue in a little bottle there. And let's just choose a background and get started. I think I'd like to start with this copy just to show that you can use a copy. You don't have to use vintage paper. I'm just gonna distress the edges a little. You could also crinkle it just to make it a little bit more authentic looking, right? Okay, I think that's good enough. Of course, then after you crinkle it, you want to straighten it back out again. All right, let's see, like that. So, and then which one do I want to use for a pattern? I'll go with the purple here. What kind of crafty things have you all been doing this winter? I did Junk Journal January, and I did December Daily, and my friend and I are doing a February. We exchanged some fun Valentine stuff, and we're both making pages each day, so that's been fun. All right, blue or pink? Pink would be bold. Let's see. We'll go with the blue. So on the other one, there was kind of a space right there. Let's go like that. And then that number will be kind of highlighted. That's kind of cool. I didn't put anything there, but you could stamp something. You could find a small word in the magazine. And so then for the pin, I just poke a couple holes here because it's easier to pin it that way. And where did I put my pins? They got under something. There. Some thread already. So, and you could probably distress pins too with like ink, but I'm gonna just keep them as is. And then here's my some thread that I already had, and I'm going to find the end here and just tie it through this little hole. So I moved my my craft desk over by the window, which I really like because then you get the little bit more of the afternoon light. And so you can, you know, get again, I was, you know, trying to be as exact as that was, but you can just kind of play with it. I just got to find the other end. It doesn't have to be exact, so I'm just going to put this pile of strings there, and I'm going to just put a little glue there to hold it in place until I find my word, because I haven't done that yet. And then this can just kind of go over here. And I like that, you know, as you move along in the process, you can change it up a little bit. And then for my lace, do I want to try white again? I think that, yeah, let's go with that because that fits good. And then just put my glue down. And then put the lace on. And the string, bring that back over here. Come here. So yeah, this one, like I said, I got really, you know, I tried to make it exactly like the one in the book, but this time I'm kind of saying I'm gonna make it my own. Let's see if I can find one of those little. Here's a pink. So I'm bringing in more colors this time, but that's the fun of playing. And just put that one there. And let's see. Let's open these up and just put them on the desk. And let's put another pink one there. And then I think I'll put one up here somewhere just to kind of keep your eye moving. Of course, it would be better if I had some little tweezers or something. Put that over a little bit more, I think. Felt like it was too in line with the other one. Okay. And we have, all right, let's just have lots of dots. Now, of course, I got to put a fifth one because I like to use odd numbers. All right, so we got that, and everything's coming along. Now we get to pick a person to put on here. Do we want this distressed mother? I'll take her. And she, like I said, that was a picture from a modern magazine. And then, let's see. She's thinking, this is, I have for the word Paris. She's like, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to Paris. Somebody save me. Take me to Paris. And there. That's pretty much it. And that was fun. And it really does help to have the things already sitting, you know, out and picked out. So let's pick another background. Do a few more. Let's try this one. You don't have to make them all that way, but this one's speaking to me that way. Move this up a little bit because I like seeing those words there. Let's put my face down first. And you can see this time I'm making this one a little bit longer because the size of the paper is kind of indicating that to me. And that's where, again, kind of design comes in play. You know, you can change it up and move this more over to this side instead of over here. So I think I'll do that. And maybe I'll have my image over here on this side this time. And that's the fun of doing multiples, is you can play around with the positioning of where you put the elements. All right, so then I have all these different threads over here. It's a bright blue. Let's try a bright blue this time. And just take a length of it. First time I think I took too much. And just find this. And you could even tie it to the pin, maybe before you pin the pin, if that's easier. You don't always have to tie it to the same part of the pin either, but I just find that easy enough to do, and then it won't come off when I open the pin. And let's see, I think I'm gonna just go ahead and change to this side as well. I was like, where's my other pin? Which I'm going to want later. Oh, there it is. I see it. Because I'm going to need it put back in the glue so the glue doesn't dry out. Here. All right. Here's the other end. Now, this is a bigger word, but I kind of liked it. I don't know if it's good with that index word. It's kind of pretty prominent, so we'll let that be there for now. I'm just going to let that sit there while I'm thinking about it. And I could, I like the word index, so I'm going to leave it at that. Yeah, that didn't work. Sometimes this glue dries pretty fast, so just kind of tacking it in place there. And we'll leave this over here for now. And so it's also fun to think about, like, is the image, you know, directing me? Is the, or should I put the lace down first and decide on that? There I have this cool heart. I had some black lace, so I thought that might be interesting for a little different look. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Okay. You could use fabric glue too if you want. I find that this works fine. If it starts falling off, then get some fabric glue out and re-glue it, right? And probably should use fabric scissors too. All right. So let's, I mean, I started with her, so I'm probably gonna keep her there. And I'm gonna put a little dot. That's there, it looked good. I could audition some other people to see how they look. I got this girl. She was in Paris in the picture that I got her out of. I also liked I don't always use a guy in my collages, but I thought he looked cool. But, let's see. And then we got this girl that she's kind of like, whatever. She was kind of fun. And then we have a girl in a cup. Or an actress. I don't remember who that was. It's in the magazine, it said. And then here's the Leanne Ford. And then this is Josephine Baker. She's fun. I don't know. I think I like the first, this first one that I picked. I think she's gonna work. So there she goes. She's gonna be the one. And I'm going to, I think, just keep making and then come back and put words on these because I don't want to look through the words right now. I'll save this vanishing act for somebody. And there we go. Number 2 done. All right, let's pick number 3. Let's do a little small one. And this has more words on it, so that might make it a little different. So I just noticed again, I'm kind of starting with the base. That's what my mind goes to first. There's a cool pattern on the back. But, you know, let's do what works for you. No, I think either one of these would be good on here, the pink or the blue. Let's break this down a little bit more. that way. Okay, and then I think I'll put one of these on here, or just something different. I usually am not, I'm usually more like natural or white for my accent colors, but I've really been liking the boldness of a black accent. And then you just rub this on. And the way you know to start lifting it up is you can usually see it turns a little bit lighter than the, yeah, I can see. You probably can't see on there, but, or you can just test it and see if it lifts up yet. I should have the right tool, but I don't have it right nearby, so. And maybe on the pitch paper this doesn't stick as easily or something. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! That's cool. I like that. Okay, so now what thread do we want to use? I got this thicker thread. I've got this turquoise. Yeah, I think we're going with brights here. But obviously won't need as much thread on this one. And let's see if I can find the teeniest, tiniest pin that I have. It's pretty tiny. I'm going to go back to following the same pattern. I'm putting this on this side this time. And, yeah. I kind of put that one in different, but that's okay. I'll just trim it off a little. Let's see if I can make just one little pile of threads here. This is the hardest part to me, getting this string on here. Oh. Okay. And then, since we don't have any lace to put it behind, we'll just do this. Put a blue dot at the end of it. That's cool. Okay, going with my odd numbers again. All right, and then where are we gonna put our person? Do we want this person here? She's not bad. We'll go with this guy. He looks pretty cool there. I was thinking about her. Yeah. I don't know. I think this one, how about the girl with the ice cream? She's cute. I think I like the guy the best. All right, we'll go with him. She's too big. Oops, I'm gonna have to cut off the waist of that one a little bit more to make the proportion make more more sense. And then I'll just kind of use him as part of the holding down the threads. And then again, like I said, we'll rough it up a little bit. And then we'll get a word in there later. Let's tuck this behind his head a little bit more, put a little more glue. Okay, there they are. There they go. Yay, 3 made. Okay, we got plenty more to keep making. Let's see, let's make a couple more. I think I'm gonna cut out. It's not a little more here to define our shape a little bit more. All right, let's try something different this time. Let's start with Josephine and decide what she needs to go on instead of starting with a color. And let's try to maybe go a little different orientation for my portrait. Because we got this nice stuff up there. And we can put a little bit of distress ink on it. You also could put splatters on these if you wanted to. Like I said, you could coffee dye, all those things. Anything that you like to do. Yeah, and then what color I have. I mean, French Follies. I mean, obviously that makes sense, but I don't know if I really want to go that direction. We got this one. It's kind of fun. Behind her with pink. No, I think I want it to be more subdued for some reason. Let's see. Where did this one? I like this as a option. And of course, I guess I gotta just let the words go there. But then I kind of want the poem to be there too. All right, now let's try it this way. A little bit more. Okay. And there's nothing saying that you couldn't put the little, you know, 2 pattern papers together. Again, I was just trying to follow the pattern of the first thing that inspired me. Okay, so that's looking good there. Let's see what else we want to put behind her. So you could go, like I was thinking, maybe I would put this behind her instead of, that's too much. Okay, I'll put this one again up. Let's try the light blue, I think is what is calling to me. And then just put that right up there. Yeah. Okay. Just trim that off a little. Okay. I'm going to kind of glue that down so it doesn't move on me. And how about this time, maybe I won't put a pin on it. And put some thread though. What thread do I want? I got this. I like this one. This was the one I used on that. Looks good with the yellowing paper. Okay. See, I think instead of a pin, I'm going to anchor it with something else this time. You could staple it. You could put a little. You can put her right on top of that. See? Back there, thread. Let's put this down. Then, since she's wearing like a feathery outfit, do I have something that would be good with, oh, this is cool. These are like fancy flowers. Yeah. We need some fancy flowers for Josephine. And then just let this hang out here. And put just one little blue dot, I think. Hold that in place. And my fingers are dirty, but that's okay. Oh, lace. We didn't put any lace on this one. Okay, let's see what we got for lace. Got this. Okay, I think I'll go with that. Then I'll just put a blue dot back on. And that way I can cover up the grunge that I put there, because I didn't really like that. That's why I gotta keep a little rag handy. Okay. And then I'm like, do I need something else? Just cut this off. Do I need a pin on it? For a bigger one, there we go. Okay. And like that, I think. And then how about just some scribbles? Yeah. And then I think actually this would be cool with some, I don't have a word yet either, but a word and maybe even some like gold or silver splatter paint. All right, let's see what we're doing on time. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do one last one and then we'll let it go. Let's see, I think I'll work on this lady here. And no, I've already used this. I like this paper. I like this paper though. So I'm gonna use it again. Nothing saying I can't use it again. And I'll probably just put words on off camera and then come back. I did have this that we didn't use. Like I said, you don't have to do like, I'm not going to put the holes in this one. I'm just going to put this on there because I like that. So you can see how the process evolves and different things. Some of the elements are staying the same and some are changing. Okay, it's clogging up. love the look on her face. Like, really? Are you kidding me? Do I have to cook again? Now I'm just having fun, right? I hope you guys are playing along. I kind of want to keep this poem in here again because I read it as funny. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. The time to begin. Oh, then usher him in. Let him say what he wants me to do. Here he is. He's a twin of yourself. I am Win, and you, my darling, are Woo. Woo! That's funny. Okay. She does not look like she cares about any Woo or Wins. She's like, just leave me alone. All right. Does she want to have the word vanishing act? I think so. I think that actually came with her. It did, but that's okay. I like it. Okay. And then on this one, do I want any threads? I think I'm going to just do a little bit something different. Instead of having this string all over the place, just have it up here in the corner. It's more like this with it. Yeah. Around there. Try to get the end. Come down a little. There we go. I have a plan. Let's see. Is this gonna work there? I don't like that. Let's see, what else do I have? I had that big part. Where did that go? Oh, here's one that's more, that doesn't really show up. Do I have any lace? Let's see, do we want some lace? Got this blue lace. Okay. Oh, yeah. My camera arm is right in front of my head now, and I gotta keep remembering to not run into it. Just the way the room's set up. Okay. Yep. This is taking longer than I expected. It's funny. Getting fussy about it now. And I don't know that I like that up there, so here's the purple part. Okay, like that. So get rid of it. And I think, oh, okay, well, there you go. I'll just rip it. I think maybe that's good enough. And then let it be. It doesn't need to have everything on it. Yeah. All right. So there we go. I'll quickly show you which ones we got. Some new words, but there's Josephine Baker, this cool guy. Just the thread looks funky. Like it's coming out like ears or something. This girl. And this was the first one. I guess that's it. How many did we make? One. That was the first one. We made this one, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. Oh, here's 1 on 4. And then this one. Oh yeah, the lady who wants to go to Paris. Well, that was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.